You're like, hey, I got this idea that I want to do something that's going to participate both parties at a minimum. How did that develop into what you're doing now? And then kind of walk us through what you're doing now and how that morphed out of that.
Yeah. That was a fun process as well. I had kind of started this consulting business and I had experience doing that. And so I was like, okay, well, but to like come up with an idea for, hey, I'm not a developer, right? I don't know how to code. So to kind of say, hey, here's going to be a solution that I think will be scalable, which has always been my goal. Ultimately, I've been a big dreamer forever. And I don't know, maybe that comes like back from my rock star days, right? Of like imagining yourself on stage in front of a whole bunch of people and writing songs that like the whole world cares about, right? I've always been a big dreamer. And so in dentistry, my goal has always been to help dentistry feel different for patients in that way, and practitioners, right? Where I know that most people don't want to go in and like have to tell their patient every 6 months, hey, you need to floss your teeth better. Hey, you need to drink less soda. Hey, you need to do this. Like that creates tons of burnout. Right.
Yeah.
So my goal has always been to kind of, if I can leave the profession in a place where it feels like, yeah, people operate as partners. People don't actively despise, the day that they have to go see the dentist, right? We know plenty of those people because so many people are scared and have had negative dental experiences in their life. If we can change that, that would be great. So, on a large scale, right? So I was experiencing it maybe on a smaller scale of like, hey, we're impacting 20 clinicians or 20 clinics or 100 or whatever with some of the work that we were doing. But what would it look like for that to feel different for the entire profession? So yeah, I remember pitching kind of the idea to my co-founder, who's I'm totally lots of expertise in this one deep vertical, and she puts together all the pieces for me. She's really smart and knows everything about everything else in dentistry, which is really great. And I think I know a few things too, but, all that said, I remember pitching it to her and her be like, yeah, I think there's something here. Let's start to explore this. So yeah, we started a company last summer called DifferentKind. We're a public benefit corporation. So that was an initial decision that we made, a B Corp, right? So we're not certified yet because that process is a little overwhelming. If anyone from B Labs is listening, I think the process is a little overwhelming if you're a 2-person company. But that's certainly the goal, because we believe that, hey, there are more interests here than ultimately, like if you're a C Corp, right? Like the only interest that you have is to shareholders. And, B Corps have this kind of public benefit that's built into it. And I see that happening in healthcare more and more, where more and more companies are becoming B Corps and are incorporating as B Corps or are transitioning to public benefit corporations. And so we've been, kind of dreaming, how do we fill a niche that's not there? How do we develop tools that are going to be really beneficial towards ultimately providing better outcomes, helping patients feel more heard, helping dentists be able to communicate that in an effective way. So yeah, we've been working hard on all of those pieces, which is fun. And for a dreamer like me to look at the 30,000 foot view is fun. We're very much in the 2-foot view right now of rolling out product next week. So all of that's been a huge learning process. But I'm really excited because I see, just something different that we're building. Yeah. That's kind of why we call it DifferentKind, right? It's like, hey, like this is a little bit different. But ultimately we're trying to produce this idea of kindness and of what it really looks like to operate as human beings in the space where I think in healthcare that's really needed.